We are living in an age where our children are being exposed to things they would have never been exposed to in the past. A lot of children are online, and they can be easily influenced by what they watch, whether on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, or others. MrBeast is an influencer with over 300 million subscribers and has a global following. He had in his team an Islamophobe known as Chris Tyson, who transitioned into what he thinks is a woman. When transitioning, he had the full support of MrBeast and others around the world. However, it has since been revealed that this twisted individual has been grooming young children. Chris Tyson from MrBeast used me, manipulated me, and did very inappropriate things with me while I was about 15 years old. I was actually friends with Lava GS at the time, who is the main victim of Chris that everyone has been talking about these last few days, who claims he isn't but we all know he is, and we all know he probably got paid off. Not only that, but is also under an NDA from when he worked for MrBeast Gaming for 2 years, and he tried to get me to join MrBeast Gaming himself. Lava, he's the one who actually sent me the contract and tried to get me to sign the NDA, at which point I ended our friendship because I knew they were just trying to silence me. Me and him were both initially involved in running Chris's Discord server, helping him set up his Twitch streams and moderating them, as well as other technical back-end things that he needed help with. This Discord server that we were a part of had about 10 people in it, most of whom were minors. I am not sure how they got in there other than me and Lava. He won a giveaway and Chris invited him after that, and Chris invited me after I saw one of his tweets asking for help setting up a Garrus mod server for the 10 million subscriber MrBeast video. This turned into having lots of private conversations with Chris and playing video games with him for hours on end. He would also frequently bring up topics that was definitely not appropriate to bring up around 15-16-year-olds, especially with him being like, I don't know, 20-21 years old. He would even go as far as linking me several different videos throughout the time of me talking with him. Not only that, but he had an NSFWB in his Discord server before he made it public, so when it was just a private server, his little circle of minors, and he would use this NSFW bot to spam different core images alongside all these 15-year-olds. He would also frequently call me dad and daddy, as well as the others, which I guess we all kind of just took as a joke at the time. You have to think this is someone who we looked up to at the time, we idolized, we thought was the coolest person in the world, so they couldn't really do any wrong in our eyes. But looking back, I was definitely uncomfortable at being called daddy by a 20-year-old, and even just thinking about it now, it's just uncomfortable. This server later went public and became his official Discord server, but before it did, he had me and Lava spend multiple days scrubbing this Discord server clean of all the NWS he had sent in it, as well as his friends, as well as deleting the NSFW channels and making sure no one could see that he was spamming. MrBeast has since parted ways with Chris, as it will damage his image to be associated with him. There are even people claiming to be Muslim advocating for what is clearly prohibited in Islam. They do this as they have been manipulated by the media and their social surroundings, also seeking acceptance from this so-called modern society. As parents, we should be monitoring what our children are doing on the internet. We should also be wary of what we show to them, as almost everything being pushed to children is full of sinister agendas. This programming starts practically from birth when you look at shows targeted for babies like Coco Melon, which includes same-sex parents and boys wanting to dress like girls. It's clear what the agenda is. Children will see these things from a young age and believe it's normal. This is why it is so important to teach your children about Islam from an early age. It will make complete sense to them, as we are all born with the innate disposition that recognizes the oneness of God. Music